Hello, Gemini. Welcome back, everybody. I don't know where you live, but where I live, it is so dismal, rainy. It's been raining for like 2 days straight here. Uh, Gemini, what's going on for the beautiful Gemini spirit? Can you help Gemini today with things that are for their higher good, things they should be aware of? What is it that you would like to say to Gemini today? The lovers, that's Gemini energy, guys. The cosmic union is destined for greatness. This is Gemini being in tune with themselves, the lovers, both sides of the Gemini energy being in perfect balance for greatness. What's going on here, Gemini? What's happening for Gemini? Gemini, please, Spirit. The huntress, the quest to be wild and free. The, the quest to be wild and free, setting your intentions. It's like intentionally maybe setting yourself free, missing your freedom, or just wanting to be wild, carefree, infinite, having unlimited access to the divine mind. Again, the two equal balance for the Gemini twins. It's like being in sync. Yep. Passion, the moonstone star, entering a portal of love. And that could be self-love, like just wanting to be wild and free again, being in balance with your own energies and feeling passionate. The starlight, the lapis lazuli star, my inner vision guides me to my higher purpose. This is just being Gemini, getting in touch with their own energies, getting balanced in your own energies, wanting to just be wild and free, to fulfill your passions, and you're finding out your life purposes maybe. It's a passionate beginning here. It's looking like, yep, the temple could have to do with home. It says, I no longer search outside myself for home. Getting in touch with your own energies. The sacred co-creating my abundance mindset attracts endless blessings. This wanted to come in reverse. So many of Geminis who are out of balance with their own energies can't get this abundance until you get back balanced. You can't be looking outside the home yourself for people to put you in balance. It has to come from within. And maybe a lot of Geminis were seeking that from outside sources, but the answer is within ourselves. That's where the perfect balance is achieved between Gemini and the universe. Surrender. I'm ready to let go with self-compassion. Many Geminis need to release a partner that's keeping you stuck, that's keeping you feeling you're not free. And maybe Geminis were feeling like, you know, I can't get where I want to go. I can't fulfill my life purpose if I'm always like leaning on others or feeling the need that somehow you're not independent. Someone might be around you that's keeping you, like telling you how to be, or something like that. Your intention, you want to be wild and free at this time, or is in need of some freedom to run and roam and Find out what your life purpose is, what you're truly passionate about. The answers are within. I no longer search outside myself for the comforts of home, like you're comfortable in your own skin. Relying on the universe to give you that freedom, to discover your life purpose. And many of you who are in situations where you can't be yourself, others telling you how to be, others trying to restrict you somehow from discovering your own passions, your life purposes, the things that make you shine. You know what I mean? You can't manifest these blessings until you discover your inner self. And if you've been relying on other people to tell you, what's going to fulfill you, they're leading you down the wrong path. You need to be free to discover who you truly are. The answers are within, not out there. You're like the Amazon queen with the battle. I am devoted warrior of the universe. It's like you want to fight for your freedom, fight for your passions, it's like you've been fighting everybody and everything. Simply all Gemini wanted to do was to discover it for themselves. The answers are not on the exterior. You might be dealing with people that are restricting you somehow and telling you this is wrong, that is wrong, this is the right way, that's the right way. The answers are within. It's not out there. Let's see, Gemini. And Spirit saying you can't get this wish fulfillment, this feeling, this self-worth, balanced, passionate person that you are intended to be until you go within. And Spirit is saying surrender, let go with self-compassion. So love yourself enough to stop being caged, restricted, whatever it is. You're not going to find your life purpose that way, and you're not going to feel abundant that way. And if you're feeling stuck, go to Spirit. But it's always within. I no longer search outside myself for home. Feeling at home and comfortable with yourself. That's how you get this abundance. Being yourself. And there are many Geminis who are just wild and free, and a lot of people can't handle that. You're very passionate people, and a lot of people can't handle the Gemini energy because they look upon Gemini as being wild, free. They're only concerned about fulfilling their own passions. Well, Spirit is here to say that's who you were designed to be. You're not designed to be trapped. You're not designed to be, trapped in a cage somewhere for other people's benefits. That's why Spirit made you the way you are. Yeah, and then you will find the milk and honey. You know what I mean? It's like perfect sync, Sweeter the milk, right? Instead of chaos and conflict, have milk and honey. It's fated. It's the fates. Listen to your higher power, and that is self. Tuning into the source. They'll give you a leg up, a helping hand. And then all that glitters isn't gold appears again. Again, somebody, be cautious that because of your free natures that people aren't taking advantage of you and getting a leg up on you because, you know, trying to keep, they benefit at your expense, you know, like making you feel small so they can feel big, because all that glitters isn't gold. You have a loyal heart, so be loyal to you. Go within. All the answers are there. They're not all cracked up to be who they say they are. Anybody who tries to limit you and tell you, oh, Gemini, you know, it's better to have milk and honey than chaos and conflict, Spirit is saying. So why not go for the milk and honey? Somebody else around a Gemini is benefiting at your expense, and they're not all cracked up to be what they pretend to be. You have a loyal heart. You're like the Amazon Queen. Battle. I'm devoted warrior of the universe. Hello, Gemini. All the answers lay within you. Somebody tries to like capitalize, and it can be roles reversed, of course. Same with every single read. It can be roles reversed. But there is somebody here who is getting a leg up at somebody else's expense. And they're not all cracked up to be what they pretend to be. It's all duality of Gemini. Duality of Gemini. Duality. Milk and honey. Chaos, conflict. Twos, twos, twos. So it's definitely for you. It's fated that you, someone thinks they're above you. They're actually only getting a leg up on you. They're like somebody is getting used as a stepping stone because perhaps they see Gemini as really like wild and free and they can obtain anything that they want, and so they're fake. They're fakes. The Empress appears. Nurturing of self. There's Geminis that passionately want to explore their life purpose, nurture their life purpose, have growth in their life purpose. And they're guided to do this with the star. You're resilient. 9 of Wands. Even though you may be wounded by the Emperor, again, it's duality. Male and female energies. Gotta get in balance with your own energy. You may have been wounded, you're healing. It could have been an Emperor or an Empress situation in a love situation here, but it wasn't balanced. Instead of having milk and honey, it was chaos and conflict. Because it wasn't, one was above the other, or thinking that they were above the other, when actually one party was being used as a stepping stone. So universe is here. Energy of passion. You want a passionate new beginning. You may want to pursue passionately your life purposes, and this also could be it's toxic though. It's passionate, but it's toxic. And it's also, Gemini might be obsessively thinking, about pursuing this passionate thing. But I know that there's toxicity here because some of you have had to take a time out from this individual who may have tried to control you, pretend that they're the emperor, but they're fake as hell, and causing a separation. It could be to do with you just getting your self-confidence up enough in a union. It could have to do with a culmination of getting your confidence up, a combination of maybe independence, your independence, something is out of balance here in a union. Somebody is lacking self-confidence, somebody else at somebody else's gain. Somebody's getting power out of this situation and trying to stop. It could just be that this union was based upon passion and passion alone, and it's not fulfilling. And Gemini is seeking independence. Don't want to be told what to do, how to live, controlled, being used for a stepping stone, like one person stays low, is small, and the other person is gaining. No, Gemini is wanting independence, want their wishes fulfilled, and want to, celebrate, literally, their independence. You might be in a committed situation, but is it balanced? That's what Spirit's saying. You need balanced. One person is giving too much. One person is getting a leg up on the other, making one individual feel small so they can look big. It's all about generosity of who gets what. Is it balanced? Spirit's saying, if not, think independently. End it. Or it may already have happened because of that. Following your intuition, you're highly intuitive. There's some type of passionate instigation here about fortune, about change, bringing change, instigating change, wanting change in this situation because it's not balanced. You're seeking harmony, and Spirit is saying it starts with inside. It's not out there. There's some curiosity going on. It could be you're being curious, Gemini, about what else is out there. I don't want to be controlled. I don't want to be contained. Sometimes I just want to run wild and free, think independently, think for myself. Someone is really curious, but it says, this could be Gemini just saying, how do other people get happy? How do other people do it? And Spirit says the answer isn't out there. It's within. What makes Gemini happy? Because if you keep looking outward, the destination here is loneliness, lack, feeling incomplete, not feeling whole. If something's not balanced and Gemini's sitting there, well, how come other people are happy? Or curious about other people's happiness, Spirit is saying that will only get you lonely. What makes you whole? What makes you you? This is the lesson that needs to be learned. And it might have been a commitment that you were in that wasn't fair and balanced. And they're like, everybody else is happy. You know, how come we're never happy, Gemini? If you weren't out running the streets and being independent, we'd be happy too. But Spirit's saying you have to honor yourself. What makes you happy? You know, can you pursue your passions in this union? Is it always one person getting a leg up on another person? Then it's not balanced. And that's why decisions gotta be, nobody's making a decision. And this is the lesson that has to be learned. How to make these decisions that honor your higher self, that don't end up making you feel lonely, left out in the cold, unbalanced. Feeling betrayed, in despair. You have to think inside the box, not outside. You might see, well, other couples are happy, and how do they get happy? Well, happy unions are balanced unions, not one person getting a leg up on another, making one person feel small to make someone else feel big. That's a control freak. And it leads to despair every time. The Seven of Discs is here. This is toiling hard on a situation. But in this deck, it's perseverance. Persevering through all this despair, all this indecision, all these lessons that had to be learned. Feeling in lack, not feeling whole. The universe is here to help you manifest, to help you discover your life purpose. You may have had to retreat from this situation, literally take a break from, retreating, finding your inner youth, your innocence again. You know, it's been thrown, your energy has been thrown out of whack perhaps, and having all these choices and not knowing what to choose. And this wanted to come in reverse. This is the Chariot in reverse, choosing to not make any moves. This is unbalanced. Upright, it's balance. Again, the twos. Yin, yang. That simple. All over this read. Milk and honey or chaos and conflict. You have a loyal heart and you have maybe made a choice or needing to make choices or having too many options to choose from, which is putting you out of balance. Spirit is saying, just look within. You'll find your balance. You just need to go from here to here, knowing what you want. And then you'll have forward movement. In reverse, it's like you can't move. There's no forward movement. Interesting. Because it's all about competitions. I know in your reads it's like looking outside, someone trying to live up to the status quo. Spirit saying it again in this read. Stop looking outward. Look inward. That's when you'll have the growth. That's where you'll get your balance. Not what everybody else is doing. That's competition, like watching what other people are doing, seeing maybe somebody else's situations looking happy and you're going, well, I'm happy too, or how do I get happy? It's either milk and honey or it's chaos and conflict. It's not balanced. It's good when it's good, it's bad when it's bad. Emotional roller coaster. Spirit is saying go within. The answers are within. Soul search. You'll find your answers. You'll get a perspective, a different perspective. You may have been feeling like disappointed in love or the choices you made. Spirit saying when you go within, the answers are inside yourself, not out there. Not by talking to other people or listening to other people. It's within. What makes you passionate? What gives you balance? And you've been disappointed. And Spirit saying, when you go within and soul search what makes you happy, you'll get your stability back. You will be very successful. And you'll be very wealthy. Success is wealth. Like, it may not be like financial wealth. It can definitely be. But it also means being successful within yourself. When you do the inner work, you get your own stability back, which makes you a very successful, wealthy person. When you find your inner truth. But you're blocking your blessings. Like when you don't do that work. This wanted to come in reverse. That's why you can't begin, because you need to turn it upright to find out what's good for Gemini, not what's good for everyone else. Then you can begin. This is about power. Taking your power back, perhaps being a visionary, having visions of, well, here it goes. You might be having literally visions of power, success, wealth, all these things, stability. But it might seem like you keep going on these roller coasters of going from having it all to having nothing, like feeling like you have nothing and wanting it all. It's like dual energy of Gemini, you know? It's fine-tuning that, and Spirit saying it's within. You might be having all these visions and want to fulfill, be successful and wealthy and fulfill yourself. But if you're not in balance, if someone is trying to keep you down, you're not going to achieve it. You can't move that way. Spirit's saying this is the truth. Get the clarity. When you go within, you're going to get clear. And cut out all the burdens and baggage and carrying all this heavy weight around with you. Valor is here. The Seven of Wands. Usually that is just learning how to set boundaries. How much of yourself you're going to give away. How much of your energy and time are you going to give to other people that end up burdening you, turning out to be a burden. You got to own leadership. Take leadership. Take control. Do not live in fear. And if you're living with someone or in a situation where they have you controlled and controlling you with fear, you know, and being an authoritarian over you, you need to let that go if you want to be happy. Spirit's saying you're like the Amazon queen. Devoted warrior of the universe, reliable, put on the armor here, you're ready for the fight. Fight for your happiness. Three of Swords, heartbroken, right? Heartbreaks, burdens may have weighted you down and threw you out of balance. And Spirit saying you have to go within to get the answers. Do the introspection, like, how did I get out of balance? Where did I go? Did I give too much of my energy, my power, my control away? How do I get that back? And then by self-loving of yourself and doing the honorable thing for you, you get this balance back, complete balance, by loving on you, doing what's honoring you. You get a new perspective when you go within. And this is how you're going to achieve the balance back in your life. It's been unbalanced. Somebody gave too much. And they weren't all that to begin with. They were fake as hell. And if you feel like you're not being true to yourself, like if you feel like you got to wear a false mask and pretend on the outside that you're all happy when on the inside you're like crying in despair and fear, it's not going to work out till you honor yourself. You defeat your own self when you give too much of yourself away. When you rely on what everything on the outside world looks like. Everybody else has this. Everybody else is happy. Everybody else is doing this. You defeat your own purpose of finding your life purpose until you go within. What makes Gemini happy? It's fear. It's fear of fear of being defeated, like you won't win somehow. But just because people got gold doesn't mean they're happy. So the true happiness and success is within ourselves. When we're happy what we accomplish, when we're happy what we achieve. Planning, again, 2, balance. It's all about staying balanced. Not knowing which way to go. That's why the Tower's hit. And somebody in this situation was getting a leg up on somebody else's energy, time, investments, self-worth, confidence, you name it. Let Spirit say, make a plan. Let the shit hit the fan. Let the Tower fall, and then you will get justice. Be strong. You're the Amazon Queen. Who's stronger than the Amazon Queen? I am a devoted warrior for the universe. I'm going to make shit hit the fan. I'm going to create the Tower because I need justice here. I need my power back. It's in the works with Spirit. I'm going to fulfill my dreams. Let judgment hit. Let change occur. I am going out wild and free, celebrating. I'm not staying trapped in no cage, no way, with nobody I don't want to be with. That is not honoring me. That I'm not honoring myself. Look at you go now. Friendships. Determined. Nurturing self for finding your life purpose when you decide to move ahead to calmer waters. No need to live in isolation or deception. Use your intuition to manifest your true balanced energy with the lovers. A balanced lover, not someone who gets a leg up. who wants commitment to moving things forward, taking authority, being dedicated, so you can vibe high, an action taker. Take authority to take action, Spirit is saying. This is your read, Gemini. What a wonderful read for you. Take care.